Hello, today we're going to do a little bit of a different test. With the Neato D7, we're going to test its ability to navigate obstacles put here in my hallway. I'm here to tell you this is now the fourth time I have attempted to run this test. The first time it got about 3/4 of the way through here and got lost and confused, and I ended up having to reset it and put it back on its base. The second and third time it got caught under that chair there and could not find its way out for anything. I have turned the chair just a bit facing the wall to hopefully help it be able to get out and not get stuck under there, because that time it kind of defeats the purpose. I'm telling you that because so far it has taken 4 times for me to get this robot vacuum to navigate simple items that are in your house today. It's easy to navigate my hallway with nothing in it. As you can see here, it was pushing the trash can just a little bit before it stopped and decided to go around. See it attempting to try to get in a little closer to the trash can there. How well does it do on the backside? Does it pick up around the backside of the trash can? Looks like it misses a pretty big area right there. Now earlier, like I said, we had problems with this chair. See how well it can get around it. Can it actually get under it? Can it get around it? How well does it get around it? Does it get stopped by something else? I've set up a couple of things here in my hallway. T-shirt, socks, shoes, water bottle, lamp, cords. Some simple things that are in your house today. You can see how the Neato navigates them. So now it's coming under the chair. You can hear the front bumper as it's clicking into things. I will say the Neato does tend to bang into things a little bit more than most people like. It hasn't bothered me too much, but it does have a tendency to bang into things. Will it get stuck on the sock? No? See it pushing the shoes around a little bit there. Wasn't able to get behind them. That's understandable. Does it get caught up in the cord? No. I've been pretty impressed with this little guy. He does a really good job vacuuming up around the house. These robots navigate based on laser-based guided navigation system, which is LiDAR. It's that top little disc that you see up there on top of the robot. It first maps your house on the very first run, and then subsequent runs it already knows a map of your house, and if you tell it to go vacuum your hallway, it can, and it can vacuum your entire house, of course, based on that. So it can see objects, and it also has several sensors around the sides of the robot, so it can see when it's along a wall or about to hit something. It uses a front bumper along the front to tap into things. When the switch for the front bumper compresses, it tells the robot to reverse just a bit and try a different angle. Its job is to make sure it covers the entire area that you have asked it to clean, and that's what it will attempt to do without ramming things. At least that's the theory. And if we're lucky, it should be able to navigate these changes in my hallway and make it all the way successfully back to its base. I also ran this same test on my Roborock S4. Check out the link below to see how well it did in my hallway. Pretty disappointing that I had to set this up to run it now 4 times. This does seem to be doing better so far. The first test got a little bit further than this. It did go over the cords, and I can tell you it did that successfully without getting tangled up. It did that several times before finally freaking out and losing its way back to the base. Now it's navigating the cords and around the lamp. should just be able to easily push that bowl right along. Doesn't weigh anything. It doesn't have any sensors on the very front. The only sensor it has on the very front is that bumper bar. Just pushing the water bottle around a little bit, going around it. It's doing a good job of making sure that it gets all the way around that water bottle without knocking it over. It's excellent. As long as it doesn't back into it and knock it over. It's coming back through the cord here. It's going to get tangled. Here's where it's going to get tangled right now. Especially with that side spinning brush, and it didn't. It made it over. That's great. Looks like it's trying to go back over some areas it thinks it missed before. Again, navigating over that cord. This is about the time right here on its first run where it got confused and I had to abort the video and abort it. So I figured I'd share that information with you. In case this does make it 100%, you'll know it took 4 tries to get this. The only thing I changed in the room this last time is this chair here. And it is finished. So let's make sure it gets back to the dock. So if you're interested in the Roborock S4 and how it did, check out the link below and I'll show you that video. Also, subscribe for more content, for more reviews on this robot and on the Roborock S4. I'll give you some in-depth analysis. Comment below if you have a Neato D7 and you see it having issues with navigation at all. If you don't have any issues, that's great. But if you do, comment below and let me know what you think and what kind of problems you've had. There is its dock, so it should be able to sync up with it here in a second, and it looks like it is going to successfully dock. It generally does a little bit of a dance before it backs itself up. So I will say that that was a fairly successful run. Moving this chair, previously I had the chair like this, and it couldn't go through here, but it could go through here and it could go out the front. Even though there was 2 ways for it to go in and out, it would get stuck and spin in the middle. So that's just FYI. The only way I could get it to go is move the chair against the wall. And what this essentially does is it can get out now on these 2 sides here on the end, and it can't go in this way. It did go under it, but it did not get it confused. It did not tangle up with anything else. It did push the shoes a little bit. It pushed the plastic bowl, and it pushed the trash can a few inches down the hallway. So that is the Neato D7, the flagship robot from Neato, and a test to see how well it can navigate my hallway. Thanks for watching. Have a good one.